Well, welcome back to day 4 of the GG.Bet Hamburg Invitational. We've got Singularity versus Positive Guys. Positive Guys pulling out the W in what...
I think Positive Guys should just, like I said before, step away from meepos and heroes like that. Play a normal game of Dota. Give Ergon like one of those flashy heroes, Quops, Ember, something like that. Because you have to believe in yourself. You don't have to go to these cheesy picks in order to win. You know, that's what it's all about. Because if you win...
So you're saying you think they're lactose intolerant?
Listen, there are many teams that are lactose intolerant, but I don't think any team with Ergon is like that, because that guy is going to eat up all the cheese that you've got. Give him broods, give him meepos, give him arc wardens, whatever, you know. So, but you need to step away from that, because you're going to feel bad as a team. If you're only winning with cheese heroes, like, you're going to lose confidence. It's like cheating on a test, you know. Do I actually know this? Like, I've heard that in Ukraine there's like 60% of people buying their licenses.
Like, whoa, shh.
Like, let's say you go out and you drive like that. Are you gonna feel confident driving for real? And if you hit someone, you can't blame it on them, because you know that you bought yourself a license.
I got one better for you, right? I don't know if you followed this. It hit the news mostly in the US, but there was a ring of a couple celebrities involved that were found bribing schools, colleges,
to get their kids in. Yeah, I heard about that.
But the hilarious part, like, one woman paid UCLA like $400,000. Yeah,
like, can't you like
USC? You're smuggling your kid into USC?
Is that bad? That's just.
It is mind-blowing. It is.
As she was arrested for something else around Italy, is it, or something? I was reading that story actually.
Yeah, it was. It's a trip. And the funny part is like, oh, my kids didn't know. But it's like, man, they're just California, man. This is a place. It's a place to be. Let me tell you. Some ups, some downs, some pros, some cons.
People be funny there. I love the weather though.
It's true.
Looks good. Looks like a good place to live. Anyway, back to the game, guys. We have Positive Guys with Grimstroke and Legion Commander and Team Singularity opening up with a teeny tiny End of Interviewer. No enchanters picked up by Positive Guys. That's a positive change for us, at least, as we might see a different position 5 here. Grimstroke most likely is going to be the one. Legion Commander plus Grimstroke. We've seen quite a lot of those double duels recently, and Tiny and Winter Wyvern, on the other hand, are looking like your classic solid combo of 4 and 5 on the side of Team Singularity.
Thank you for that breakdown. I appreciate it.
No
you're
problem,
good at this, Lizard.
No problem.
I thought you were natural.
Anytime, man. Just for you, you know. Like I'm helping you out here. That's all.
You really are.
That's all.
You were giving me a helping hand.
Yeah, such a helping hand, man. Last ban from Team Singularity is going to be that OD. Interestingly enough, it's also a hero that they could use versus something like a Legion to help save one of those heroes that gets dueled. They don't really have a lot of options when it comes to saves right now. Not in the support position anymore, at least, but Cold Embrace is usually just good enough versus those duels.
Cold Embrace, man. I much prefer at least a lukewarm one. You ever hug somebody who was super cold?
Yeah, it's not super pleasant.
No, it's not.
Unless you're in the bed and you're super hot already, you know, like you're warm, and then it can be refreshing. Yeah,
pillow.
Exactly.
Are you a outside the covers or an under the covers sleeper? Like, would you rather be like, you know, naked but under covers, or in pajamas and on top?
So I'm like naked under covers, but my feet are outside.
Me, dude, I always have 1 foot outside.
Yeah, 1 foot. Yeah, it depends, but most of the time, yeah, it's only 1 foot.
Also, it's just better sleeping naked, right?
Definitely.
I feel like it's far more comfortable, and I feel like there's a whole legion of people that never experience this. They're like, oh, why would you do
because
that?
what happens if someone breaks into your home and you just get out and you're naked?
What's scarier, all right? Naked guy with a baseball bat or guy in pajama pants with a baseball bat?
That's a good point. But even if you don't have a base, we'll munch on that Cold Embrace if it's used, you know.
Yeah,
so
like, look at that loincloth, right? You can take that off. all of a sudden that's a scary looking fish.
But there's nothing underneath. That's the thing. He's just bluffing. I watched. In pauses, you know, like you scroll around with that camera, you go into that third person, you move the camera around, you end up below Slark somehow. It's not like you wanted to, but you end up there, and there's nothing. Anyways, Witch Doctor also has a Cloud and he's also just bluffing. But his Cloud is much bigger. You see what he's doing there? Like he's trying to mess with the Slark and his ego.
He needs a bigger loincloth. You know,
and the way he's standing as well. Look at him sitting with his stick, you know, like he's holding that big ass tree next to him.
He's definitely got that voodoo, if you know what I mean.
Also, all of these heroes, man, aren't that great versus Slark that they've picked up so far.
Yeah, Witch Doctor's terrible against Slark.
They picked a Witch Doctor, and they had better options when it comes to dealing with the Slark. And also, not only that they picked Witch Doctor, they have now a Winter Wyvern and a Witch Doctor as supports. Not really my favorite combo of supports. On the other hand, you have Chen and Grimstroke, looking pretty good.
How is no? This is something that I think is just a really good baseline test. If you're wondering, hey, is this team tier 1 or tier 2? Or even just, hey, is this team going to be good? Answer, does their 5 position play Chen, Enchantress, and Furion?
And he does.
Historically, I don't think there's any role hero combination that has almost always been viable. Like Chen and Ench.
Yep, definitely Chen. I think can be very helpful. Has been nerfed a little bit, but still can be really good with the Slark and the Legion. Lash picked up against him. There's a lot of wave clear right now on the side of Team Singularity. You have the Lash, you have the Wyvern. They are definitely. You have some saves with the Wyvern.
I would have much preferred something like a Timbersaw there. Something with a little bit of beef. Obviously, the lack of stun is a bit disturbing, but you got to make the best of it. Void Ban, really nice but positive, guys. They took it out in that last phase. Make sure that their Slark would be unmolested. Wants to ensure that you don't have any spells that can't be cleansed.
What do you need to play against? What's a good carry now for Singularity versus Slark? I guess they. Lashrak is the step in the right direction, but they need something more. The Void Ban is definitely really good, as you just mentioned, for positive guides, and they need one additional ban when it comes to those carries, perhaps an AM. That could be decent, but isn't really played at all. Let's see what they've got in store for us. 18 more seconds. They're really going through their time. They ban out the Lycan. They ban out these pushing heroes that are really good. Also, Lycan got banned out that last time, so does make sense. Oh, you know what? Actually, Team Singularity could answer the same way to positive guys with a Meepo pick. They don't have a last pick, but Meepo could be alright here. They do have some AoE to deal with him. Grimstroke, obviously, with the Stroke of Fate, deals additional damage versus all the clones, and Legion as well has that good AoE versus him early on. They ban out the Lone Druid. I mean, they're pretty much just banning out the heroes that positive guys have played before. It's not like they have like some great plan here. They just check the games. It happened to me before, to all of us. Playing versus a team, you just check the Dota buff of the games that they've played before, and then when you're caught in a loss, you just ban out those, like on OD and
into
Troll. Troll into Slark. Alright.
It's not into LC as well, right? That's not the greatest matchup.
I mean, yeah, not the greatest. You do have a strong carry for yourself, no matter what. You do have that ulti, and you have those melee miss chances, right, with the whirling axes. So
it's a pretty sick Pugna pick.
Oh yeah, it could be really good for them. You're right. Versus the Cold Embrace, versus the Troll, versus the Lash. Let's see what they go for. They go with the nice call. Pretty good, pretty good.
The ward also very effective against Leshrac. It's rare when you get this scenario where you've got one capable of kind of handling business himself.
So far, speaking of Saberlight, I expected much more from him in this team. Like, he just left Hippomaniacs, the Czech squad, to join another different squad in which he might show off his potential a little bit better, but he hasn't really managed to do so far with Team Singularity. But perhaps it was the heroes that he has been given. And now with this Tiny, just as you said, he could maybe do some more, as he does have that Mage Leshrac on the mid lane. Speaking of Mage Leshrac, he does have one save with him, but it's not as good as, let's say, an Abaddon. He has that Winter Wyvern. Also, Winter Wyvern played on position.
Bam.
No matter what, you will have gold. 90 GPM, Splinter Blast, you will have gold.
And I love being able to check high grounds myself as a 5 position. It makes your sentry warding like 40% more effective. That's why I was a big fan of playing AA as an example. Disruptor. Wyvern, you pop your Q, you can scout things out. It's just cool.
They can take this. They did show us that in that first game that they have the skill necessary to take down Team Singularity, even without heroes that are cheese-oriented like Meepo. Also, it looks like they had a good plan, and bam, they picked that Pugna so fast in the end. It was a perfect pick, good call. I think with that Pugna, they'll be able to just dominate.
Cool. Well, good to know. We're going to hop into the game in just a moment. Hope you guys are enjoying the cast. Do remember, hashtag Maincast. Tweet at us if you'd like. You know, nobody's really using this to talk to us. Is there anybody out there?
So far, we had one tweet at us, just one. Hopefully soon.
Shout out to Lorez at Keeping It Kyle. Another fantastic cast from the main man in Dota. Lizard Dota is also there.
Oh.
Upside down smiley face.
Oh no, he actually talked about me as well. What a nice dude. It's always cool to see that they care.
And we care, of course, about you, our viewers.
That's why we were here,
Thanks for
because we
tuning
care.
in. We appreciate your dedication.
To this Tier 2 and Tier 3 scene.
And here's my question. Do any of these teams actually stand a chance against Gambit tomorrow in the BO3?
No. Gambit is also quite new when it comes to the stack. They just formed and they're already looking really, really good. LTW is going to run the wrong way and he might have to take Pounce. He does take it, but the Coconut already did land. He is slowed down by that Arctic Burn, but will they be able to catch him? That's the question. With the stun missing, it will be very difficult, but the toss is there, and now the right clicks are there. LTW most certainly will fall. That's a first blood for Excalibur.
Try that 1 in 10, 2 in 10 chance that you break open the game a bit, find a good ward, a sentry, a first blood, maybe just a superior block or lane information.
I like this tri lane as well down bottom. Sadly for them, Slark is not there. He's on that top lane. As he just died, he can move towards the top lane. And that's also pretty good, because if they try to switch up the lanes, he has that port to work with. He'll go bottom.
Misha just camping bottom. I love it. It's one of the huge benefits of Chen. It's like it's a hidden power in a sense. As a casual observer, you don't, I think, respect as much like what this impact has on a way a pro team approaches things. Like, you literally can't get bad lanes with Chen. That's so valuable, and there's no other hero that can provide that for you.
Yeah, definitely. Just makes the game strategically much easier, calling heroes left, right, and center. It has been nerfed a little bit, like the cooldown is much longer than it used to be, but I mean, you don't look at that cooldown. that's much longer than it used to be.
It used to be mega broken.
But still alright. Positive guys again. Small advantage when it comes to these odds on GG.Bet. Misha so far zoning them out quite heavily here. Having fun, but they're just farming under the tower. They're alright. Slark as well. Taking that creep wave under the tower to farm himself. The top lane, let's see.
Grimstroke LC is such a scary lane, man. You overwhelming odds, ink swell, and just run forwards.
Yeah.
And if you try and blind as Excalibur,
but still, a very aggressive lane if played right. On the mid lane, we see Ergon actually dominating Mage right now. But with a couple of last hits there, Mage is catching up. 11 CS on the Pugna, 8 on the Lesh. Lesh, which is going to try and take that haste, but with Chen being around, he snatches it away.
Nice job.
And he might even go for the courier or mid lane. Let's see. He's sticking around the river and going back bottom because LTW, he definitely does need help here. And you want the Slark to roll out of control because he's is your win condition in the end.
Top lane, Inkswell. Oh, he's in trouble. Pexu walked way out of position there. Nice proc. Gets lucky there. Isn't enough damage is the question.
Oh! It is. Immersion guesses right. Gets him.
From a happy accident into, well, saved, I guess. I don't know.
Happy accident was Lich Doctor running into them.
I'm a happy accident, technically.
Oh, you're a happy accident. Aren't we all?
My parents weren't happy, but I sure am.
Are you, though? Are you truly happy?
Most of the time.
That's good.
I think Eddie
always
can't be happy all the time. That wouldn't. Then you wouldn't even know what happy is. How do you know if you're happy if you've never been sad, huh?
Exactly. Like sometimes you need to fight to make things better afterwards, right?
When sometimes you gotta fight for your right to party. A lot of battles. A lot of battles nowadays.
A lot of wars.
A lot of wards.
A lot of wards.
Just the one, actually.
Well, there's a sentry as well somewhere planted.
Mage. What if you could buy a ward tree and you had it and you could harvest wards from it?
So you put the tree somewhere and then anyone can get wards, right? I wouldn't like it because I hate people picking stuff from my tree, you know?
I do.
LTW going ham, actually manning up and fighting DNZ and Saberlight as they try to go on him. Nice. He's like, no, you ain't.
Nice timing for that salve. Ooh, tossed on though.
Nice timing, but
8
gets cancelled.
Wow. And he starts to do some pretty serious damage, especially to a hero such as Tiny with no regen.
And no armor as well, remember. So once that Winter Wyvern spends all of his mangoes on that lane, they pretty much are done and they have to go back. 5-minute mark approaching too, and they might go for these bounties on the top lane to shake it up a little bit. And the bottom one, Ergon, actually is the one that rotates around to secure the bounties for the boys. He gets them. Meanwhile, Mage should be doing something on that mid lane, but all he's doing is farming.
Can't blame the man.
He likes to farm.
Lane so far very even.
Ghost Stick gets that Maledict on him. Does not use his cleanse as it doesn't work on Maledict, but dies in the end. Either way.
Big kill. Excalibur top in the CS charts. 32.
LTW gets really low on this bottom lane. He definitely should be careful as there should be a toss soon. 1 second away and he leaps away to port into the base. But now he just used that TP.
Oh, you can sub back though.
Yeah,
welcome to Dota 2.
That's true, that TP does not matter. Misha should be getting closer to Saberlight for this to work, but he doesn't. Ergon, however, is being gone on by this rotation from DNZ mid. Immersion is doing something somewhere behind the tower, but that something will not help his Pugnaut. I think he just gave up on him. He should have helped him there. They could have gotten the Lash kill if he actually assisted with at least one nuke.
Oh, Pexu, or rather, Misha. Swiping runes left, right, and center from Mage. That's smarts.
Maybe Bracer is the thing, right? I would
hope it's Bracer.
Yeah, Soaring isn't really that great. You're right.
It's interesting. We'll see whether or not Saberlight slow
the Slark, but I believe this is a kill for Slark. Let's see. Yeah, it is.
Is it another kill for Slark?
Oh, he actually didn't dodge it. Oh, this is another kill for DNZ, maybe. Oh, or not. As the Ghost is helping. It is another kill for him. And he gets both experience. He's the one that dies.
Take those all day.
Yeah. I think Slark definitely could have dodged that Splinter Blast if he just ran backwards, but instead he tried to juke it in the trees or something, and it takes way too much time for that.
The problem is that it's Tiny who's suffering, and all the net worth in the world is cool for Lesh and Troll currently on top of the net worth charts, but they're not the tempo necessarily. Mage on the Lesh could be, but hold up, we got a duel, and we've got a win. Peksu goes down faster than Russell Crowe's opponents in Gladiator.
Immersion, however, at the same time falls pretty fast. We didn't even see him. And with that shrine usage, they can go back to their respective lanes. Lash to mid, Troll to top. When is the last time we watched that movie, by the way, Gladiator?
I watch it every time. It's one of those movies
you
whenever
watch
it's
it
on
every
TV,
time.
you watch it.
And it's on TV often enough, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of
Aragon.
often enough, Aragon
Well,
is about, oh, hold up.
He is going to go back in, but he didn't use the suck.
Yeah, why didn't he suck there? There we go.
He uses the suck now, but he lost a lot of HP. Maledict will not finish him off, it seems, or it might, but LTW is going to try and go for a Saberlight instead first. Inkswell, however, already procced, and that's one that tiny if I ever saw one. Winter Wyvern again turns back towards them to try and perhaps get the counter kill, but that will not work most certainly, and he's forced to back out as well. Slar going for Power Tread's drums, so he wants to fight all the time, not thinking about something like a Midas and AFKing until the defusal is done as well. Instead, just tank up, fight, don't let them take any control on the map.
I like it.
I mean, no one likes to see a hero AFK farming, so for us, the viewers, it's definitely good. DNZ bottom lane has been pounced on. He is leashed, but not for long as he manages to fly across the trees. However, Saberlight now does manages to toss Immersion away, but still it won't be enough as Slar gets another kill. He has 3 permanent stacks on himself already 10 minutes into the game, and he's going towards his bounty rune on top lane. Leshrak is rotating in, but who cares? The ulti, however, is there, but he also has his own and 20 stick charges, so Mage...
Oh my goodness, he's so low though. He's gonna get out of here.
Oh, he doesn't pounce the right way, but it doesn't matter. DNZ cannot really stop him from just running away. Mage now goes...
Experience, ASAP. Slight lead right now, 2,000 gold for PG, which is pretty critical under the circumstances. We did favor their draft. They have the better win condition, notably the Slark.
What do you think about the Excalibur Troll? Shouldn't we give him the benefit of the doubt that he can actually take and carry this game?
He's just countered, man. What do you do to kill a Slark? Hold up.
Or a Pugna, right?
Mage in trouble.
When you just decrepify him as he ults.
Oh, goodness gracious. Don't tell me they're going to get a double duel off here. Slark doing so much damage.
He's tossed away, though. And he does not have that ulti to work with. So he's like, all right, guys, chill out a bit.
Wise
we got
decision.
this. We got this. Just relax.
That's something
Chill.
I love to see. This hallmark of teams with captains, of teams that actually have potential, is the option. In that case, it is Slark. If you push forwards there, maybe you get cut off. Lesh is on the way.
Team Singularity has no chill because the odds are bad for them and they want to change those odds. So they're running in, smoked up towards that tier 1 once again. And who will they find? They will find Ghostic, a poor little Legion commander, just minding her own business, gets jumped upon, jukes a little bit, but still is chased.
Everything.
And now the ulti is there on the Pugna, but all of these spells that were used weren't used very efficiently, as Centaurs are blocking Mage, but no stuns have to stun him if you just run around him.
That stunned? No, sorry, that I thought for sure that stunned like Radiant's hero somehow. But
nah, that was the cask.
Ah, that
was the
way
cast.
more
So
sense.
if you are Radiant and you're casting spells, usually they don't affect your allies if they are offensive.
Yes, that's a good point. Thank you. It's been a long day, long few days for me. But I'm glad I can be here with you guys. Day 4, Hamburg Invitational. GG.Bet Maincast. Down bottom, Ghostic on the Legion Commander. Gonna catch a nuke? Nope.
No, he's
slightly
fine.
out of range.
I
like what he's doing, though. Just spam the wave. You know that they're coming for you, but he's just doing what he can to keep his tower alive.
That tower won't last long now with Mage rotating in with the Edict, right? But Legion Commander does not care. He wasted enough time already. So Slark is farming, Pugna is taking your mid tier 1, And because of that, sacking this tier 1 on the bottom lane isn't really that bad for positive guys.
Yep, it's going to die eventually. It's your safe lane tower.
Yeah, they're fine with some trades. You can't save them all in the end.
So many creeps coming bottom.
Chen is angry. He's smoking up as well. They
That
didn't
is a
see.
very weird smoke.
That's a very weird smoke
What
and
is
very
happening?
weird. Like, I don't think he microed these creeps at all. I think he just messed up. Like, he just fed away his army. And
That is so sad.
That's so bad, man. Like, it's not only that he gave away gold and experience of 4 big kills. It's time. Like, it takes so much time to get that army back online. Like, you have to run across the map, pick those creeps up. And you just smoked up. You're like, all right, let's go, baby. I have 4 creeps. Let's smoke up.
Indeed. Money circulates. Time is spent. And you can't ever
That's
get
a
it
soul
back.
ring on Tiny, by the way, that we talked about. He did get it in the end. Oh, well. Power Shred Soul Ring. Playing it like an Earth Shaker, pretty much. LTW, top lane, moving towards the Fusel Blade. He needs that before he's super active across the map. He did alright so far, but once these heroes reach some levels, there's a lot of damage, so he probably shouldn't be fighting. And he always can be recalled by Chen. Oh my god. Stroke of Fate maxed out by Immersion there. Also, on one side we have Winter Wyvern, on the other we have Immersion playing that position.
Oh, nice ultimate. Gonna interrupt
but Troll is dead.
Whoa!
He's just dead.
Whoa, that was
it.
so much damage to the Grimstroke. I forgot the Pug to Grimstroke combination is absurd. Aragon now looking to deal some damage. They've got to kite away. Immersion will escape.
Also,
ILTW's taking bounty runes while this all goes down.
Also a great decrep fight there, saving Immersion from heroes that are usually position 5 playing 4s. Grimstroke right now doing a bit better when it comes to net worth, has 1k advantage. And speaking of Winter Wyvern, the Wyvern is dead. Immersion now moving towards that Aether Lance most likely, and it will help out a lot. When it comes to Pugna, you have the deck rep plus the Stroke of Fate. We just noticed how easily Troll dies. Also, don't forget, Phantom's Embrace plus the Crapify. You just cannot get rid of that little bug on you, but you can get rid of this Ghostic Legion commander on the bottom lane, who falls easily. He does have drums and hood though, so moving towards that pike to bring the utility.
Cast range on the decrep. Initiation from Saberlight, but he's not going to be able to kill off Immersion. Now he's getting turned around on. I think you got to get the hell out of here.
Can they get
if you're
the
this
Tiny?
dire team, Singularity in so much trouble. Oh my god! Excalibur's dead! Again!
Yeah.
He's just exploded!
Aragon trying to fight off the Lash, but it is very difficult. But the Edict is running out, and now ELTW is there. Just eat the ulti from the Winter Wyvern, and Mage is now gold, by the way. He's gonna buy a Blink. Like, he's saving up for so long. He won't. Most likely Aether Lance.
Dagon.
I mean, he
Why
could.
not?
Why not?
Already queued up on Pugna. I love this Glimmer Cape idea on Pugna as well, because it removes... So when you decrep someone, they can't take physical damage. If you
He doesn't have that diffusal yet, does he? No, he doesn't. Oh, good cold embrace. Saves himself. Also a good cask there. Pexu doing a lot of damage to Slark, but Slark should be fine. Ghostic, however, should not be fine, and Immersion as well dies. Yeah, that was a great outplay, but it's funny.
Whoa, you see that? It said all the heroes did 636 damage on Singularity.
That's what I'm giggling at.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh. Up with something and come up with it quick. They're in some big trouble. Mage. Gonna get the stun off. Lands, no Q to save for ILTW, but he's gonna land the...
Oh, Wyvern is coming, and this could be problematic for him, as he did waste his ulti earlier. Ghostic, however, is coming in to try and save the ILTW Slark, but that Slark is in a lot of...
And
he's
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him. He's scared. This is a scary Grimstroke.
Immersion's played a hell of a game.
Look at his score, 7-2-9. Fantastic performance.
You ever talk to somebody about how Grimstroke's Q doesn't make sense? Because it does more damage for every target hit, but then Wind Ranger's does less damage. So, like, what's the deal? What's the deal here?
The other spells are not as strong, you remember, because Inkswell isn't nearly as strong Kappa.
Nice Cold Embrace. Duel from Ghostic, trying to stay alive.
He's just buying time as his teammates are arriving. There's the Soul Bind, Immersion with that Phantom's Embrace, and now Misha is there together with the Slark. Well, Misha, goodbye, friend. go chill a little bit.
Take
Can they
one for the
leash him?
team.
Can they stun him? They can take him.
Goodness.
Gone. That's a position 5 for your position 2. Trade that you would take any time of the day if you're positive, guys.
I do believe you are correct, sir.
Usually that's how it works, you know, like a support isn't as important as a midder, usually. Not always the case, depends who plays it. No?
And we'll find out. 13K in 23 minutes, score 22-10. ILTW, along with the rest of the PG lineup, certainly feeling themselves. Lots of chat wheeling, lots of giggles. And the 3 heroes currently on the enemy side of the map. The only one still bottom now, actually.
Exu is dead. I called it, and look, I was right. They get him.
He has a Scotty. It is 24 minutes into the game.
Scotty, Diffusal, Drums, Power Treads. That's the item build that this Lark chose to go for. 24 minutes in. While the enemy troll is still struggling to buy that BKB. A BKB that's going to allow him to just stay alive for an extra couple of seconds. Not really dish out any sort of significant damage. Mage also trying to get that BKB now. But man, are they in problems. Excalibur will be scouted out first here by Misha. Saberlight blinks for 1 inch away.
Nice force staff.
Slark in the background is killing off the troll.
And
pinging him.
On our left, Legion Commander is going to get a free duel win onto Pexu.
At the same time, Mage is leashed, so he can't run away. And because of that, he will most certainly fall now in a couple of seconds.
Yes. There's just nothing you can do. You can't kill anybody. Singularity, just once again, just a sick 22 pick. This game, the Pugna, earlier today actually was the PL. Wait, was that was last game, wasn't it?
No, the last game was the Meepo win.
Yeah, you're right, sorry. But PL last
PL,
pick
yeah,
in the
PL
previous series.
last pick in the other series was really good. In this series, like, Pugna did so much, and at the same time, just they won the lanes and they outdrafted them, and when that happens, it's almost impossible to come back. Sometimes you lose the lanes, but you have the win condition, right? They don't have a win condition in this game. That's the problem.
They're pinging Roche, but there's no intention of going to Roche. LTW is going to immediately initiate on the Excalibur, steal some stacks. 8 currently missing, and wow. Just a decrep, Dagon Q, and Wyvern's dead.
Now they go back towards that mid lane, just to see if someone tries to get outside. Saberlight going for Echo Saber actually after that Link Dagger. I don't think he's going to be hitting anyone with that.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Is very optimistic though. LTW goes back for some bounties. He does see Mage pushing out that top lane, and because of that he moves back a little bit. I guess they can just stall the game out a little bit, take that rush, then go back in. Misha heals himself up, is glimmered by Ergon. Because of that, he recalls LTW, and now Saberlight, leash from the high ground.
Yeah, and he just summons the Stark right back in, so he doesn't lose any time. LTW now moving forwards, the double suck. Will they be able to find the kills? Out of the question.
Will we see a duel? No, we won't, but he's still dead.
The decrep onto the dual target. Love it. Another reason Pugna's. The Pugna's actually just the perfect pick. It's so good. Ergon also just a joy to watch on the hero. They're going to now blast down this tier 3 middle. Will almost certainly fall as ILTW clears out the bottom creep wave. Make sure that that'll stay in base. They might go for Rax here with Excalibur down for the count, but only 21,000 gold ahead at 27 minutes. You could just get the shrines. There's a DD outside the Roche pit. That invites you to go kill the big beast. And after that, it's go time.
Yeah, it's perfect DD for them. Sadly, Slark is not around. They can call him perhaps with the Chen, as they do see the DD. You also have the medallion on the LC, right? So just take it, take Roche, and slowly close out this game. That's what we're all waiting for pretty much right now from our positive guys.
ILTW.
He goes for Saberlight instead. There's a DD on Ghostic. They save him for the duel. Also, that toss is not good, as now the Witch Doctor is going to fall as well. They try to turn on to the Slark, but he does not care, man. He's going in. Turns towards the tower, realizes he's not really strong enough for that. Goes and forces the BKB from the Excalibur troll. Another toss in. I don't know, that's the play once again, as they're playing so deep behind the tier 3 Mage. Do you understand how many stacks this guy is backing right now? You're just dying, sir. The Wyvern is dead. Can you just GG? Thank you very much. The GG is called by Singularity. This was a beatdown. It was just rough.
This team could compete against Gambit. The one I just saw today. Positive guys. Day 2, day 3, not as fun to watch. Not as complete, but definitely shook some of the rust off. I'm sure everybody took a bit of a break before, during, or after TI, depending on what you were doing.
Yeah,
indeed. You definitely shall. I know what you should do. Use the code SAVE on GG.Bet.com to ensure your wager. No rejections, no queues, no business hours. GG.Bet.com. We have a playoff bracket. We're done with groups. 4 days to get through it. And our final day is actually just going to be tomorrow. We've got 2 semifinals locked and loaded. They're going to be BO3s. Winner advances to play the grand final for that spot in Hamburg. Losers, of course, stay home. Gambit versus Positive guys. That's matchup to watch in my estimation. Winstrike versus Fly to Moon.
Also, these two teams, if you see their logos, they're very similar. They were actually the same team once upon the time. Fly to Moon is actually the first iteration of that team that got picked up by Winstrike organization. Fly to Moon, I don't know if that's even an organization. That's just a stack. So, new boys versus the old there.
Yeah, and you never really know what'll come through.
You never know.
Well, I do know what'll happen soon, which is that we're going to have to wish you goodbye. We hope you enjoyed the show at the GG.Bet Hamburg Invitational, presented by Maincast. It's been fun. It's been real. Hasn't been. I'm just kidding.
It was fun. It was great. We saw some epos. Thank you a lot for watching, boys. We'll see you tomorrow, I believe, at 2 p.m.
Something like that.
CST, something like that, for the last day of this beautiful tournament. I've been Lizard. With me, my beautiful boy Kyle. See you tomorrow.